Alright, let's see if this works. This setting got changed. See if this works. I wish I got my milk after I sorted out all the problems that I didn't know was gonna fucking happen. Alright, let's see if this works. This setting. Hey! I think it does work. Because for some reason now my phone is playing all my audio. Okay. There we go. Alright, thank you for the help. No, you actually fucking helped. Alright. Later. Alright, well now that my fucking OBS is working, because it never wants to. Ever. So, I'm gonna say whatever I said in the beginning. I was going to the store, and I was looking for Pringles. And I was going to look for, like, sour cream and onion, or something like that. And I wanted cheddar cheese, too, if they didn't have that. But what I didn't expect was they were not going to have anything. And then, instead, they were just going to take, those, other flavors. I don't know why I was thinking of, like, something specific. The only other, like, regular flavor they had was original, and the only reason why they had that is because nobody buys original because it sucks. So they had the hot ones there, and I'm like, that's interesting, I'll try them. And then I thought, what if I do it on a stream? Which was a bad idea in hindsight now. And, unless there's, like, latency issues, because, well, I don't. But, I did open it up, and, you know, most hot chips, they have, like, this, like, red hue to them. They look like Satan's asshole a little bit. These look like just regular Pringles, like, you know, original Pringles. But they look like they have facial hair shavings on them, which is a little weird. And they have kind of like a dust on the top part of the can, too. So, I think I'm gonna take a little nibble of one right now. Oh, never mind. The bottom of the chip is fucking red as hell. I don't know why the top part isn't. Ah. Woo! Okay. Few things. That's immediate. I was not expecting that. Whew. Most hot foods I eat, usually they're usually they you know, they take a second. And I've read this isn't even the hottest flavor that they have on hot ones. This one's barbacoa. Never heard of it. And I've also only seen like a few Hot Ones episodes, so I don't know if they've ever added new sauces or anything like that. But that one, I took maybe 1/8 of a bite of this entire chip size, and I felt it immediately on my tongue. It's not like dreadful. It's actually going away right now because I took a sip of milk. But if I did not have milk with me right now, I'd probably still be burning really, really bad. So, I was actually thinking like last night, because I was going to do my stream last night, but I stayed up for 24 hours plus, and I really did not feel like streaming when I stayed up for 24 plus hours. But I was thinking last night I was going to eat a chip whole and then get started in, and then now I don't think I'm going to do that because I think I'll just die immediately. So I'm going to be doing some Nightreign, and I don't know what else I'm going to do, but I'm probably going to do a few other things just to spice it up a little bit, no pun intended. This game does suck, though. I'm kidding, it doesn't suck. But it is weird. And we might as well just start out with something light. I'm set up to do a ton of status ailments right now, like Poison Bleed, Frostbite on Executor. Really good. Actually really busted. If this was a thing you could do in base Elden Ring with just one weapon, then you would be slaughtering every single enemy that ever came your way. So we're going to start off with the first boss, and We'll see how things go. Gotta get a warm-up in anyways. It's been a few days. Hopefully people are online, because it would really suck to play this alone. I'm already suffering enough. Okay, there's one. There's at least one other person online, but you need 3 people to play this game, because this is Triforce Warriors after all. Wow, as soon as I press the pause button. Yeah! The meta! The meta! We're all the dumbest person on the face of the fucking planet, though, aren't we? Oh, this is gonna be stupid. What are the odds the first fucking game I play on the stream is all 3 of the same character, so it just makes it that much more interesting because there's no fucking variety. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna want that church. I'm glad my teammates agree. No way he's doing the same thing I'm doing. No way. And I also get the invisibility because of the frostbite thing. That's cool. Alright, we're gonna take some items. Group jump attacks, I'll take that. See what this is. Rainforest action. I almost got my ass slain there, but that's fine. Ooh, they're all going in, I see. We all have frostbite on. Are you kidding me? We're running the same build! This is gonna be real fucking stupid. I can already tell. Alright. I'll take fire grease. Someone else can take the stone sword for me. I don't really have the space for it. So Nightreign is really different from base Elden Ring. It's been out for a little bit now, but in case you really didn't know, it's basically like Fortnite. You have a storm that's closing in on you, and you have to actually you want to just run. Why not? And I almost get fucking killed, but thank God I got the frostbite off. We did the same thing. He got him! Ah, we're good at this game. We are. Where's our friend? There he goes. God damn it, I'm back to the fucking one. Hey, you know, ally, we kind of need your help because it's not a team effort game if we don't have the team, you know? Like, come on, motherfucker. I'm so sick of that shit. It doesn't happen often, at least not on PC, but when it does, oh my god, is it fucking annoying. Whenever people just sit there and don't fucking, you know, participate in the goddamn battle. Great. Got the kill on him, even though 2 of us have fucking died. Alright. let's just make the best of it. Where are my runes? I think I grabbed them already. If I didn't, then whatever. I don't even remember where we were going. Fucking, I don't know. That church, yeah. Where is it? It's past that wall, I think. That giant, like, gate over there. Yeah, Vulcan men don't scare me. So yeah, this is like Fortnite, and you got a sword and closing in on you, it's boss rush sort of thing. And you know, if you play on console and sometimes PC, you'll have shitty teammates. That's the worst thing I can have. What am I doing? One of them's already at the church. I see. So one of the biggest problems I have with this game, at least in terms of the action, God, dude, get the fuck away from me. One of the biggest problems I have with this game, besides the fact that my teammates like to just go off and do their own fucking shit, is lock-on kind of sucks in this game. Like, it really just sucks. You can't snap lock-on without the enemy being literally right next to the enemy that you're also locked on to. Alright, I mean, where is he? Oh, all the way down there, because he doesn't like to participate with teams. I see how it is. Well, let's go ahead and go over here. I hope the other teammate goes through that pit, because if we're all just running around doing our own thing, it's not going to be a good game at all. I can feel the heat pretty much has left me, so I'm gonna be taken by another thing here soon. My other thing is chip. Alright, well, let's go up here. And hopefully that's some Dark Souls 2 shit. Oh my god. What the fuck? I don't know where that knife is. Maybe he died? Although I don't think he would die if he had fallen. Alright, this first game is starting out fucking horrendous. Yeah, see, unless they're literally right next to each other, that's the easiest lock-on snap is. Dick. Hit me like that. Thanks. I don't know how about that snap. Thanks. Ouch. Well, you're gonna die. Alright. So, one thing that this game does that I kind of like is, ooh, that would be good for me, because I'm having a bad fucking run right now. So, one thing that this game does that I really like is, it doesn't give your characters, specific, like, weight limits or anything like that, because you have multiple characters, there's no weight limits. So instead, characters just have certain weapon proficiencies, NPCs with each character. Is that a Death Right Bird? That's a fucking Death Right Bird over there. No, it's not gonna happen. Thank you for not surge sprinting. Even though sometimes you do, I think they really need to patch that because it's really unclear what will make you stop surge sprinting. Sometimes you will do it immediately after landing, sometimes you won't. I wonder if that's the fault. Maybe that's it. I'm gonna do something since I'm gonna fuck. Since I'm gonna fuck time right now. I'm really dead. Upgrade my executors. There we go. Nice whip. You guys want to go down the volcano? We can. Even though I'm the one who put the pin there, I didn't realize it was a volcano between me and that church. Yeah, let's go. Let's go down the volcano. I didn't mean to fall down, but the prize that we really want is at the bottom. Nice. I don't even know if I can get that up there, but I might as well just start going towards the bottom anyways. I can always just get that later if I can find it. So I think... yeah, that's cool. This way. And you gotta... ooh. I so hate getting cornered from stupid shit like that. Like, come on. So it is this way. And we gotta fucking go... okay. Not a good first game, but then again, I do need a warm-up. And it doesn't help that we're all three the same fucking character. So yeah, if you stay here, seriously telling me there's no good way out of here? We gotta go all the way over there. I've never seen the fucking boss spawn. Right. If that person dies because they're in night, I'll lose it. The fact that I almost died with that shows that it sucks. Where do I fucking go? How do I get out of here? Yep, great. Alright, I'm gonna eat more of this chip so that way I can suffer more. You know, not have suicidal moments. I would not blame you. I would not blame you. But now that does mean our fucking... What a bad fucking first one. I'm so pissed. And the fact that my tongue is now burning, it's not making it better. Oh, great. Great. Something to just throw gigantic pots of blue fucking fire. It'll piss us off. game. Really, I'm just bad at this first game. You have to kill the sword master to get me. I don't care. Because the sword master's biggest pain in the ass. What's worse is I even have my ult. Us over at the beginning by not following us, so I don't think this person knows what teamwork is. They just want to play Elden Ring. They're probably one of those like shitty PvP players or PvP players that thinks dodge rolling and running really stupid builds is a fun way to PvP. Yeah, I'm glad they're dead. Well, wasn't that an interesting first run? Yep, something to sell. Yep, something to sell. Who the fuck uses thrust counterattacks? Man, I think it's the most magic game in Nightreign I've ever had. Alright, let's try that fucking again. Do not get the same two people. I swear to fucking God, do not get the same two people. If I get the same two people... Let's see. I think... Are they choosing? Maybe it's the same people. Good, good. I thought that was going to be a good first run. Because normally I get past the first night boss, but I guess not tonight. God, I keep getting stuck on shit. Game fucking sucks. Yeah, I'll take that for continuous HP recovery. I have no idea how good that could be. So level 2 is actually the most important level because it's the one that gives you probably the most like stat gains. Oh, I see. Another thing I have a problem with this game is I can't tell where my fucking teammates are just by their name because the text is so thin and it's, you know, white. So I have no idea where my teammates are. Thanks. good run today, am I? No matter what I do. You can't be that bad this point. I will wipe out your species. Well, I'm gonna go here to the Ember Jail because nice to this. Why did they go with runes over poise? Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, I know what this is. Put these ones down there on the sheet. And I can get rid of that. The wall. Alright. Now I got chat up because I don't want alt tab that would appear on stream because of course it does. So now I got chat up. That's what we do it. Where are they going? Where are they? What? Why would you guys stop going to the thing you pinned to go here? When that's a castle, that's it. That's gonna give you better shit normally. Right? Like, am I mistaken? Yeah, 50% extra points. Bet your ass I'm gonna do that. It's fine. Greg. I'm not gonna call you by your real name on stream, but it's okay. If you were here though, this would be a lot better because we make up for each other's flaws in Elden Ring pretty well. At least most of the time. When it came to the DLC, we were kind of tripping over each other a little bit whenever fighting bosses, but that's because DLC bosses are all total one-shots. Don't touch me! Oh, get the fuck away from me. Why did you start attacking me? Don't you see what this is? Magic Climberg? I don't really parry, so it's not really a problem. Oh, fuck. I knew the rain was coming, but let's go there. And then we can probably hit up the castle afterwards, because day one castle is rough, but it's not
just go to castle. Hey, merchant, what do you got this round?
Good shit. Good shit. Yep. Good shit. I almost got set on fire or whatever. We're fine. Ah. Banished Knights. Okay, well, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna try and fight totally on my own. As I act every single enemy on this fucking. Get away from me! It's the most annoying thing in Elden Ring. Everybody wants to be on your fucking pubes all the time. Dude. I tried. I probably should have taken that just so I can give it to him, but... I'm not fighting you alone if you're just gonna spam shit. Sorry. Not my style. I can be quite the spammer myself, but... Fucking 1R2. Super helpful, but okay. I didn't know Banished Knights could actually appear in the castle on day one. Not for this boss. Whoa, okay. And that fucking wasn't there. I think he also slowed up my chest it. HP or charges? HP. Ah! I jump scared. Not expecting that. Hey guys, we can take this guy on before. What? Excuse me? I hope my friend saw that because, it was a little weird. Where's it coming from? That way. Thought I couldn't swim when I couldn't get away? Good question. Off my ass. Okay, see, it's not the rolling. Now I'm searching for you still. one. I took a nap. Oh. Never mind. Just swipe it that way. And it's over there anyways. After night one is done. Plus I have a lightning weapon. If I had a fire weapon, like a strictly fire weapon, it would be a lot easier. I don't know what that is, but I'll check it later. You know, I gotta admit, that one chip, it's already done now. That wasn't too bad. So, let's move on to the next one. I almost just grabbed two, because my instinct is to grab two chips. Oh, okay. What? Birds got on my stuff and popped up. I'm gonna say that a lot. For as long as I'm playing Elden Ring, every time I whip. Ow. You guys. It's fine to go there. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Stop that. This is poison. I mean poison. Okay, nice. Nice whip. Nice. Nice! I don't know if that was the double damage one or if it was just the glitchy one. Still nice. Swift. How do I keep getting these critical hits? Wow, none of these are great. What's my drag? Giant Seed? Flame Seeing, Divine Flame. That one's not the best one. I don't really like that much anyways. It's alright. Where'd you? Oh yeah, there was that talisman over there too. Alright, down here. Jump up. And then it's on the Spirit Spring. What the fuck? How
how did I grab that ledge? I was not even like realistically close enough to actually grab that even in game's logic. Okay. By the way, he's got a giant crusher, which is that big hammer, and then he's got his big old colossal axe here. That's insane. Just so that way we have a little bit of extra HP restoration stuff. Ooh, you guys are going after something huge. I'm gonna take a bite of that chip. I haven't had milk yet. Oh, I haven't finished this chip. I looked away from the screen for a second. I hear a twinkle twinkle. Ooh, that one hit me. Back to throat. Yeah, my X button didn't want to work there. That's cool. Ooh, Draconic Tree Sentinel. Yeah, that one hit the back of my throat. Now, that's a... that was a fucking throw. Ooh, boy. Okay, well, because my fucking controller doesn't work half the goddamn time. Why would you do it that close? Are you fucking stupid? Oh wait, no, I just forgot. Bosses and Help do a little thing where they spam fucking in constantly. It doesn't make sense. It's still good. Like that. Great. Sacred Clemper here. Flower Great Sword. They can keep it good anymore. And I gotta upgrade it for it to be good. Oh, okay. Where's he going? Oh, he's right there. gonna say that's probably a day 2 thing, but it's already day 2. Are you guys trying to get up here? Or just around the wall? Around the wall. Because I was about to say, like, you guys know it's an easy jump, right? Like, I can do it with my Xbox stuff. I'm willing to go help out a person with their own little character quest. Let's do it. I don't have one. Okay. Hey! Motherfucker, trying to keep me off guard. Oh my god. That was the easiest run there. I remember that. Oh, even if it doesn't appear twice, yeah. I don't know if that was helpful for me, but if it's not, I can just drop it later. I mean, I guess that's actually helpful for any of us. So, don't mind what I'm saying. I can already tell where this one's gonna end up being. It's roughly. Not. I'm distinguished. Taking damage. What's he doing over there? Nice. Wow, they killed him. Now I'll eat another chip, because that one's gone. Hold. Oh, it does kill them. He just didn't die from that one. I think that's funny though. Alright. The marching again, I don't remember. Education. Everything follows charge attacks. I've never seen that before. Okay. Don't tell me you can't do that. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, okay, sure. Where did they go? What? I'm not gonna run around the castle just to try to find it. Ooh. Okay, I will admit, eating that shit whole, I feel something. I feel something. Tip of my tongue, the back of my throat. Yeah. Lips. I seriously don't know where they are. Oh. I know where they are. Okay. Get. I'm sorry, guys. I fucked up on that one. Okay, I apologize, guys. I fucked up on that one. I don't know how to get inside the castle by memory. I did not know that's where they were going. I thought that they were just going to take out more banished knights from the rings. Although I did want one thing, and it usually comes up. Yes! And now that I have FP restoration on taking damage, that's gonna be real nice. It's also so it does a good bit of damage. Like a little formation there. Oh, that was sick. I was not expecting to hit that bad. Like a fashionably late to the fight for some reason. I think next game I'll do better. Dick. Hey. I got some teenage girl. The question is, she shouldn't have to ask. She should just be handed it. Oh. This isn't even. I think this game sucks. Like, Mario face altering already kind of sucks, but in this game it really sucks. It always seems to dodge my attacks. I mean, automatically attack foes at regular angles? I mean, that's like, woohoo! Okay. 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 I thought it was gonna be like one of those things where it's summoned down. Blade that you summon in Elden Ring, where it stays in the air for a second and then it locks onto an enemy. Steadily report some HP, burns HP, damage HP. I think I'd rather have extra heal. back. Minus 22,000. I hope it comes back. Because the wall wasn't necessarily an enemy of mine. The fourth wall is. Hey guys, an hour and 20 minutes almost into the stream, and we're finally about to take on our first night lord. My milk's warm. My attitude is rising. I think this cutscene would look cooler if Raider was in the middle, but I understand why. That is a sick skin for the Raider, but now I'm seeing it actually move instead of just in the menu. Why would I do that? Why would I touch my nose, like wipe my nose briefly with let's go. He does. Oh, thanks. So this guy, we want to use more status ailments. Sorry, executor, I should have let you. This is where it becomes stupid. Craig, are you alright? What? I fucking died! Damn it, Hank. Thanks. Now I don't have that for later. Thanks. Ow. didn't want to use it in case someone went down because that's what Wilder's ult is best for. Vigor +1, fire, attack, power up. That wouldn't actually be that bad for Wilder as is. His characters are super soldiers. Burrow's carrying a ton with that stone hammer. Oh yeah. Dude, I think that hammer is probably like, if you were to put it in real life terms, probably at least a ton, like you say. Change bad abilities, determination. Yeah. I want Royal Knight's Resolve for one of those things. White Shadow's Lure. Now that's an interesting one. Ooh! Increased rune accuracy for self and allies. Strength +3 and Arcane +2? That's not bad. That can go on Iron Eye. Hey, Iron Eye! And then Chilling Mist, attack power up. I would not want to put Chilling Mist on Iron Eye because that doesn't affect him, but I mean, you know, the other thing's good. Memory fragment found. What's Wilder's remembrance? This one. We'll do it. Alrighty. The note attached to the key reads, "Take this, warrior. I apologize for mine intrusion. Virtuous Keys Thief. Take this, warrior. I apologize for my... Oh. Apparently the game stopped me trying to accept the message to get it to go away was actually me wanting to read that note again, which I didn't want to read because I already read it. Hello, Iron Eye.
Make it quick.
Yeah, okay, asshole.
I stand at the...
Uh-huh. You stand as you lean. So the training grounds, you can chest a lot of stuff here, you can change your level, you could, you know, be invincible if you really wanted to, and you're already invincible in here anyways. But you can also pick any weapon you want and train with it. Any weapon, this includes legendaries, of course. Pretty cool. So yeah. Neat little area. I like games like this where you can't do anything in the hub world, but you still have like a training area. That way you can... Wait. Round table's different. Oh, because it's a remembrance.
How are you faring today, champion?
You know, I could be better, you know. Stream started off like shit. First game started out like shit. And second game was alright, but I felt like I could have done better.
Have you noticed, dear champion, periodic changes of scenery, shifts in the footing of the lands between? You might not think it, but there is a logic to the night's devouring creep. Pay careful attention, and you are sure to reap dividends.
I don't like dividends. Sorry if you can hear the crunch of the chip. At least that proves I am eating the chips. Let's do this. Let's do a little bit of gotcha for the moment. Starting at... Ooh, that string +3 is rearing its head again. Okay. Guardian. Ooh. That's not too bad for Guardian. That chip was also kind of popping. Not as high as that other chip. So I didn't actually look at what I had, but I guess I just did alright anyways. Oh yeah, that's why I survived some of those encounters with my shield up, because I was getting a little bit of HP out of it every time. So I don't want that one because I just don't use thrusting counter attacks. I don't really know how to pull them off consistently enough for me to actually use them. I'm gonna get rid of that too, because even without the Duchess thing on there, which I already have on other relics, the other two things just aren't great. When it says something attack power up +1, it literally means +1. It's not like 1% or anything like that. It means that if you do 50 damage with a fire weapon, and then you put this on, you do 51 damage. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna get rid of that. And this. Now do one more gotcha. Alright,
I'll do one more gotcha, because that one was shit. Target shows up upon critical hits moderately. Attack power up after defeating a night invader. Huh. Okay. It's not terrible. Hey, babe. Okay. Can't even actually talk to you. That's the recluse. She's like the best character.
You are always welcome. The round table seems so lively. Perhaps the menial's exuberance is catching.
No, I haven't seen the Executor over here ever since I've done his remembrance quest that had to do with the painting of the Erd Tree. What do I do? I wasn't actually like reading. What do? Find the chest that the key... What? Find the chest that the key will fit. In... the round table? Alright, here's what some of the other skins look like. You have Dawn and Darkness, but I've seen other people with other skins, so I'm not sure if maybe you get more after defeating more bosses, anything like that, or maybe like once you beat like the final boss, quote unquote, then it will give you more. Okay, I think I might have an idea. If it is in the round table at all, I think I might have an idea where it would be. I almost would want one. It's gonna be probably over here. I don't want to go on a wild goose hunt around this place if it's not going to be here. I don't really think I know where it would be elsewhere. I don't recall a chest being in the round table that said it needs a key, so I'm not really sure. Can I like check a key items list? Small key featuring fine ornaments, fine ornamentation, a fine work of craft made by Gillian, a Dutch steward, a de facto patron. Who the fuck is that? Never heard of them. The Duchess once lived under the Viscount's roof, where she applied herself as a virtuous thief. She locked the tools of her trade inside a box of prized possessions when she hid in a dim cellar. This practice has not changed since coming to the Round Table Hold. She yet keeps her secret safe from prying eyes, concealing dark. So I was in the right place, right? Because it says a deep cellar. Oh. Torn out paper square. The new night. Okay. Scrap of paper detailing a new night written in the tongue of an ancient people. The passage, how would you know that? The passage torn from its former binding reads, the priestess is the very cornerstone of the Round Table, indispensable. Should the Night Lord fall, the Round Table too will crumble, as their fates are together bound. Yet, should the Round Table be remade, perhaps the priestess may be emancipated from her bindings. This might be done upon the falling of the new night should the Lord's power be lost, and if so, should I talk to her?
Does the idea of leaving the priestess behind trouble thee?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, I have a choice that actually matters?
What a tender soul thou art.
Oh, thank
In
you.
that case, I have knowledge I would relay.
Well, then fucking tell
Simply
me.
a tear of silver, but the road will be one of hardship. All the same, I wish thee good fortune, for the fortitude required is a rare thing indeed.
Thank you. Thank you, recluse.
or as some gooners might call you, the hottest woman in Elden Ring. But let's see. If I'm gonna have to do that, that means I'm gonna have to go out on an expedition because there is no remembrance that doesn't make you go on an expedition. They're all the fucking same. So I think I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna take a short break nonetheless. So I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, I'm back. We're gonna do a little something to pass the time, because I'm not gonna play, I'm not gonna play Elden Ring exclusively while I'm doing the stream, because while I've got these Hot Ones chips, I do kind of want to do a little bit of something else, and I thought I was gonna be suffering more. So maybe I have to eat like 8 chips right now or something to start suffering. I think that would probably kill me first, but whatever. So, I'm going to, real quick, switch displays. Not displays, but I'm going to switch my thing up. So that way I can bring it over to a new window. Alright, let's bring this over here now. Alright, so we're going to do a fairy tale opening tier list because I found this funny that there is a tier list for fairy tale openings, but also I think they're all really cool, and I wanted to do something else, and I didn't really know kind of what I wanted to do a tier list on, and then I just heard one of the fairy tale openings. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good one to do. Unfortunately, this is laid over the game, so whenever my mouse hovers over something that has a menu option, it's going to click, because you know this game was made really well. It was made by a company, a little indie company you might have heard of, called FromSoft. They make their games really well. There's no flaws in them. They always make them and release them perfectly stable. So I'm going to do this tier list, and we're starting off with opening 1, Snow Fairy. You know what, this just goes in S because it's Snow Fairy is the best way to start in anime's openings. And I think I can sing this relatively easily out of all the openings, and I just don't know how I can do that with the other ones, except for one more that's later on down the line. But I like Snow Fairy. It's a nice upbeat opening to add to Fairy Tail, and Fairy Tail really suits that kind of style. So Snow Fairy goes up top. Next one we got opening 2, which I don't know the title of. I don't actually know the title of most of these openings, so
The ones I do know, I'll just say. But we got opening 2 right here. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of opening 2. I don't think it's bad. I think the instrumentals are good. I'm just not a fan of or I think the vocals are good. I think the instrumentals are the part that lacks. So I'm gonna go with B tier because I think it's mid. It's not great, but it's not gonna be winning any awards either. Next we got opening 3, and this one actually I liked a lot as a kid because this was at the time my favorite arc whenever I was watching it on Netflix, and this one will always kind of stick in my head. Whenever I hear the opening of this one, I will always remember which one I'm hearing. So I'm gonna put this on A tier. It's not as good as Snow Fairy. I mean, the only reason why Snow Fairy is really in S tier is because it's the starter and it's also a really good song. So there's that. Then we got opening 4, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember that much of opening 4. I do remember the arc that plays 4. I just don't remember the exact opening itself too well. I do remember some of the things that it shows too. And when it comes to visuals for all these, it's not gonna matter too much. Like, I'm not gonna say like this opening's better because it has I don't know, Natsu kicking a child off a building or something like that, because the visuals are just whatever. And for some of these ones later on, they actually just basically just show characters. They don't even do anything unique. They don't show like fights all that much or anything. They just kind of like pan the screen and there's characters' faces. And it's like, wow, that's the most lazy way of doing an opening. So I'm going to put this one at B tier as well, just because I vaguely remember it, and it is part of an arc that I overall like, but I just didn't really like the song that much. Opening 5. This one is the start of the fairy tale that I remember having to leave Netflix for, because Netflix only had up to the arc that had opening 4 in it. So this is the part of fairy tale where it started getting really, really, really interesting to me. And opening 5 is nice. It starts off really melodic. It has a really nice vocalist, and it is a good arc that it plays for. So I think for that, we're going here. And I wish all these pictures were just the thing that had Fairy Tail's like logo on it, because having like half of them be that and then half of them not, it's really stupid. And also, whenever you look up on YouTube Fairy Tail opening and then you get into like the 20s and you see that there's 28 or like 27, 28, you're like, oh, okay, so there's 28 openings for Fairy Tail. No, those are for the 100-year quest. Those aren't for Fairy Tail specifically. So it would have been nice whenever I was like, you know, looking at them to be able to hear the ones that were for Fairy Tail, not Fairy Tail the 100-year quest. Next up, we got opening 6, Fiesta. I do like this one. I am going to immediately put it on S tier. I love the arc. It's the same arc as opening 5, but I love that one a lot. I love what goes on in the song. It's... Sorry, I saw something and got distracted. It's, usually, like, whenever they have an, upbeat song like that, they don't really show that much, fighting or suspenseful moments or anything like that, but opening 6 actually does have quite a good bit of fight scenes, like, built into it. So, I think just because it's upbeat, got really good vocals, really good instrumentals, I like the visuals going on for it. I'm going to put number 6 at S, alongside Snow Fairy. Now, opening 7 is beautiful. I can't deny that. Opening 7 is so beautiful. When it's the start of the Endless arc, and some of the visuals, and some of the vocal ranges, and the way that the singer sings, it's so good. I love opening 7. Not as much as half the openings on here. I think it's a little bit more forgettable in my opinion, but it's one of the nicer, calm openings of Fairy Tail, I'd say. So I'm gonna put that one at A. Up next we got opening 8, Rock City Boy. This one's an A. It's an easy A. I mean, come on. We have Rock City Boy here. It's still endless, but Rock City Boy is such a good song. If you want something that's upbeat, fast, and it's, well, rock, you're going to want to listen to that one. And the arc itself is actually not that bad. And then we got Opening 9 after that. This is my personal favorite arc that this one takes place in, and it's Tenro Island. Opening 9 in particular, very memorable to me. This was during a time in my life where I was going through the best parts of high school. Well, not the best parts of high school, but the best parts of high school for me, anyways, because it was early high school, and early high school just felt a little bit more different than later high school. I remember where I was at the time, too. You know, sometimes you can hear a song or look at a thing and be like, hey, I know where I was at that time. I knew exactly where I was watching Opening 9. And I remember what I was a part of when I was watching Opening 9. And I feel like Tenro Island, because of that, and because of what age I was and where I was, I feel like it's just so ingrained in me now. So I'm going to put this one at S. Because it's Tenro Island, and because Opening 9 is so damn good. I love Opening 9. Tenro Island, I watch it almost every autumn. At least the fight scenes, not the whole arc. Because God, if I watched the whole arc every autumn, I'd be spending a lot of days doing nothing. Oh wow, that chip's hot. And my milk is like room temperature. Up next we got Opening 10. I don't know what this one's called, but this one feels like final in a way. It starts off, I said opening, was it 7? 7 kind of has like a melancholic opening to it. It starts off very sad, and it's not something that like picks up a whole lot as the song goes on. It picks up a little bit, but it's not gonna go like, you know, or anything like that. Opening 10 is the same way, but I like it a little bit more because it's still Tenro Island, which I think a lot of these are, where it's like it starts on an arc and then it's still part of the arc later. But it's still Tenro Island, and this one, like I said, it feels final. And the reason for that is, at the time, I won't spoil anything, but at the time in the anime, there is a fight between Fairy Tail and a certain enemy, and it makes it really seem like Fairy Tail, the entire like main cast of the guild who you actually care about, are going to all die. And considering what happens afterwards, they basically did for a short while. So I'm going to put Opening 10, I'm going to put mid-A, even though these aren't ranked in order. I'm going to put it mid-A because I just like it so much. I love sad openings, and there's not a lot of sad openings in anime. It almost feels bittersweet, too. And then we got Opening 11, Hajimari no Sora. Hajimari no Sora. Yeah, I could sing that one, too. That's another one of those I could sing. And I know exactly where I was at this time, too. And what's really funny is One Piece Opening 11 and Fairy Tail Opening 11 were like my two favorite openings from anime at the time. And I was watching them both concurrently. So, Hajimari no Sora, you're going up there. Also Sora, Kingdom Hearts. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts buff. Love it. So, Opening 12. This one's not sad, but it's also not super upbeat either. It's kind of like more mysterious, I would say. At least from what I remember of it. I know the arc, and it is, yes, the same arc, but I don't quite remember the song itself. It has been a long time since I listened to it. I remember some of the visuals that it shows during the opening, and of course the actual arc itself. I'm not a huge fan of it though. I think whenever I was like listening to it for the first time, I liked it, but over time it just didn't really grow on me that much, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put this one as our first C, because while it is good, it doesn't quite measure up to the other ones. You know, especially not fucking Rock City Boy. wherever that one is. Yeah, right there. Alright, next up we're on opening 13. This is probably the most forgettable one for me because I actually don't know how it goes at all. So what I did whenever I was watching anime during this time, I would watch openings and endings first time, and then I would skip them, and then I would go on and listen to them on YouTube. And fairy tale music, very particularly, gets struck a lot on YouTube. There was a channel around that time period called like Leyenda 10,001, and they kept getting struck down all the time for uploading fairy tale music. And it's not even like they were uploading like super extended versions of it, or they were just uploading like the full video of the opening or anything like that. They were just putting up the song with some visuals from the arc that the song plays in, or maybe even the battle that plays it if it's a particular battle song. And fairy tale music just kept getting struck down. So this one I don't really like because I don't really remember it, and I couldn't hear it at all on YouTube if I wanted to anyways during the time because there was fucking nothing on YouTube when it came to fairy tale music. Up next we got 14. I do remember this one, partially, but not a lot. But I'm going to put this one at C just right now. I think, what is this one? I actually don't know. I actually don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that one at C. I do remember the visuals from it. I do remember that one. And the visuals for opening 14 are actually really nice. Alright, now we're getting into the heavy hitters. The heavy hitters. Masayume Chasing, opening 15. This is a bop. You want yourself some nice J-pop? Put this song on. You want to be happy for once in your life? Put this song on. Going through a breakup? Maybe don't play this song. The song's a little upbeat for that. But this song, man, oh my god, this is going on S immediately. Na 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 na. I just love that shit so much. The woman who sings that, by the way, amazing vocalist. I would fucking love to meet her one day. Opening 16. This one's also really good. Strike Back is what it's called. And I'm gonna put this one at S too. Yeah, we're getting 2 S openings in a row. Ain't that something? So, opening 16, it's a bit melancholic, a little bit, but it is more of a battle theme opening, if you want to call it like that. So, it's during the same arc that 15 is, of course, but it's I don't know. It feels like it's a little bit more fitting because the tone of the show just shifts so much by the time that 15 and 16 happen. So the shift in tone really needed a new opening because it would be really awkward if you were watching the show and then like one of the characters is like crying because someone almost got killed or got decapitated or something like that. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen though. So don't take what I'm saying like as like gospel or anything like that. But it would be really awkward if you just saw like Natsu or something like lose an arm during that arc, and then the next episode na 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 na. So it's a good switch up, and it's a very good song nonetheless. And some of the covers of it are really, really solid. Alright, up next we got 17. 17. I remember this one because I didn't like it that much when I watched it. Actually, I didn't like it at all whenever I heard it for the first time. And then I kept listening to it again and again, and I started liking it more and more. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, it's not my favorite song. It's not going to go in S rank, but it's not that bad either. But however, its visuals I don't quite remember, and I don't remember the vocals either. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in B. Even though I said I liked it, and I like it now, I don't remember how it goes in this particular moment, but I don't think B is like a bad place, especially since I put 2 and 4 here, and like I said, these aren't bad openings, I just don't remember them either. Funny how B is my tier for stuff that I actually just don't remember. I guess it's also fitting. Up next we got this one. Opening 18. Breakout. Oh my god, I love this one so much. This is the best battle opening theme from Fairy Tail, I would say. It's such a great name for a song for just an opening. Like, Breakout. Okay, that's easy to remember. That's gonna be really easy to remember, actually. You can tell people about it, they will remember it. And the song itself is... I don't even actually know how to describe it. It is definitely more battle-y, but it's also kind of... I don't know, it feels noir-like at points, which is really interesting considering the arc, because the arc is definitely not noir-like at all. So, Breakout, you're going up on S. Opening 19. Which I don't remember what it's called. Opening 19 is... It's good. It's good, but it's not great. If I were to say anything about it, I would say that the one thing I remember very well is thinking that this was the final arc of Fairy Tail. Like, we were going into the final arc of Fairy Tail whenever this opening came out, is what I thought. And that really put a lot of dread in me, because I really love the show. And I remember just not liking... I liked the song, but I didn't like what the song represented at the time. So I think for that reason, I'm going to put it A, just because I like it, but I didn't like what it represents. Now I know it's not the end, but I still kind of have that, like, you know, that first time experience with it. So it does get a little muddied. However, next up we're at opening 20. And this really cemented to me the feeling that this was over. However, this one's going to go into S tier. And why is that? Why is it going into S tier when 19 was going into A tier for basically the same reason? Bro, I walked away for a few minutes, now you're doing a tier list. No, I'm between every few games or so, I'm gonna take a little break and just kind of shift up the content a little bit. Because the chips aren't actually burning all that much, but I thought they were. So I kind of planned to at least do some other things, so that way I can kind of suffer through this. Whenever I was thinking about it last night, I was thinking I was gonna be here and be like, opening one. All right, oh my god. Yeah, opening one's good. Like, whatever. I thought I was gonna be like that, but I don't even feel the heat. I think I gotta eat a lot more chips. So opening 20. The reason why this one is going in S tier, whereas 19 went in A tier for basically the same reason, is because opening 20 is so like sad feeling. It's so bittersweet almost in a way. It's like, again, I won't spoil it, but something happens that makes it feel like it's the end of Fairy Tail. Just like opening 10. Isn't that funny how every 10 openings of Fairy Tail makes you feel like Fairy Tail's about to just be wiped off the face of the earth or something like that? So, it's bittersweet, it's sad, it's a nice little battle theme, but it's not just strictly a battle theme, it's definitely more meant to be for the feels. But I think S place for this is really nice. Plus, that picture is so memorable to me. I'm not gonna sit here and say I liked the arc above all of the other arcs, especially above Tenro Island, because that one's the best in my opinion. But that arc in particular was really good, and I liked the juxtaposition that the villains had to the Fairy Tail characters, and I liked some of the battles in it too. Some of the battles in that arc were just amazing. And opening 20, it comes in right around the time where, like, the interesting part of the arc happens. There's a little bit of intrigue in the first part, but opening 20, my god, man, it is so nice. Up next, we got opening 21, which is Believe in Yourself? I think it's what it's called. Or Believe in Myself. So this one I actually have a little bit of history with, weirdly. I mean, I have a history with all of these, but this one more so. I really wanted to hear this opening, because this was towards the end of the arc, So yeah, this arc actually gets 3 openings, but this was towards the end of the arc, and I remember I really wanted to know how this arc ended. Even if it was going to be the end of Fairy Tail, I wanted to know how this arc ended. I wanted to know if they were going to do a new opening. So whenever they got to it, because this arc was really long, so whenever they got to this one, Believe in Myself, whenever I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's actually really good. I like that. It is a bit more of like a battle theme sort of thing. It has a little bit of sad moments, it has some heart-touching moments, but if you hear the full version of the song, the way it starts is such a beautiful instrumental that I would love to play for you. But unfortunately, copyright law is a bit of a fucking bitch, so I can't play it for you. So for that reason, I'm bringing it up to S tier, baby. Yeah, we're doing it. You know, maybe I shouldn't make tier lists, because every time I make a tier list, I always just put shit in S or A tier, because someone will ask me like, hey, do a tier list on this thing that we both like, and I'm like, okay. But up next, we got opening 22. This, I don't actually remember the name of it, but this is for Fairy Tail Zero, which is a short little prequel story that they had built into an arc. So it's not like its own separate show. It's just another arc of Fairy Tail, but it goes over the past and basically like Mavis and how she founded Fairy Tail. The reason why they do that this far in was because there was supposed to be a time skip in the story. So as they were working on the time skip stuff and getting that worked out with the animation team, I also don't even know if the manga was really all that caught up with it, but the time skip was happening, so this was like the perfect time to put in a prequel story arc if they were going to do one in the first place. This song is so nice. I love it. It's upbeat. You wanna headbang to a song? This one is so good. Its beat is nice. It starts out like dun 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 dun. And I love it. The female vocalist for this one is soft, but she's firm with it. She's not gonna sugarcoat it, but she's also not gonna not give it her all. So this one also goes into the S tier, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing tier lists maybe in the future, but this one goes into S tier. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Fairy Tail Zero is actually pretty good arc. And whenever that happened, I was like, oh yeah, this is the end of Fairy Tail. And I actually kind of stopped watching it for a little bit. And then when I found out that there was another arc after this, what I ended up doing was just watching all of Fairy Tail Zero from the start, because I've watched like 4 episodes of it before I stopped. And then when I found out there was more Fairy Tail, I just went back and binged all of Zero. Up next, we got opening 23. This is the return of Fairy Tail. And they're back from their little time skippy skip. And it's a good song. It starts off nice. Its instrumentals are good. It has a nice, I don't know if it's like there's a drum that sounds like a whistle, but there's a part early on in the song where it goes like do 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 do, and I don't know what that instrument is, but goddamn do I love it. It's a cute little thing. This one's going into A tier. Yeah, it's not good enough to go into S tier, but it's still pretty solid. Opening 24 is up next. I'm not gonna lie, this one's actually just really sad. It's probably I think this one's actually the saddest. I said 10 was, but 10, that's just more of a personal thing. I genuinely think that 24 is sadder than 10. I just like 10 better because it has, it's not fully sad. But this one I'm gonna put in B tier. This is like definitely one of those openings where whenever you see it, you're like, wow, you could have done more than just pan and show the characters' faces and stuff like that. I mean, that's a thing that all anime do, especially at some point, but you could have done a lot more. I think this one does have a really cool rotoscoping, like, moment in the opening, like, what the fuck? I just had, like, a really weird, like, a twitch in my chin there. Chips are gonna kill me. But it has this really cool rotoscope where it's like it's zoomed out and it's like looking down at Fiore or something like that. And it's like rotoscoping as the sunset is all around and the buildings are silhouetted. There's like this giant castle in the distance or something. It's so nice. So I think, despite how sad it is, and that one rotoscoping scene being really cool, I'm still gonna put it at B because it's not that memorable to me otherwise. Up next, we got opening 25. I mean, it's an opening, I guess. It's not my favorite by any means, but it's an opening. I barely remember it because I haven't seen the anime this far in, but it's a good opening. I have watched all the openings before I did this. Like, not fresh, but I do know of the other openings, so everything past 0 I still know. So I'm gonna put this one at B, just because I didn't really watch the anime to catch this opening. I had to look it up on YouTube, so I don't really have that personal connection with it. And the song itself is good, but it's not something like, it doesn't really feel like Fairy Tail to me. So I think I'm not gonna put it like super high for that reason alone. And our last one, opening 26. It's good. It's actually really good. Its visuals are, have the same problem as these two, but it's pretty good. I think its instrumentals are some of the better ones when it comes to these like last 4, and its vocals aren't that great. Like I think the vocals for this one can be easily surpassed by even opening 14 right here, but it's hard to judge this one because this one's the least fresh in my mind of anything, and I'm probably going to put it at C tier for that reason. But that's my Fairy Tail tier list. I hope you liked it, because now it's gone. Let's get this in. Let's get stuck in. Do I have to do any particular fight? Oh yeah, I should probably talk to the Iron Man. Wouldn't that be funny if I went to an expedition and I'm like, where's the character quest?
How are you faring today? Well, I shall expound upon the matter. I've heard stories of the Eternal City.
I've been there.
Some postulate that the tears are the essence of life itself. If that is what you seek, then you might wish to pay a visit to Laplatio, the shrouded city, a place that was once part of a greater whole.
Uh-huh. Which is where? I don't... Oh, that chip was hot. These chips are surprising me. The ones that look super hot aren't that bad, and the ones that don't look that bad are blazing hot. Ugh. Okay, so I'm gonna change this one because I don't want the lightning damage to be applied to everything. So I'm gonna go with that. I'll go... God, I hate Sentient Pest. I really don't want to do it. But I might try it just so that way I can maybe do it on stream. Galibrious Beast. This is the only one I haven't actually attempted yet. So I'm probably gonna do this. If I can't do the personal objective in this one, that's fine. Hopefully there's nothing like too stupid about this one, because some of them can be a little bitchy. Nice. Now let's not all be Wilder. Oh
dokie. I'm the tank. That's not good. Not because I can't be a tank, but because Wilder is not the best tank to be. At least in my opinion. He's a tank, but he's not the best. You're not gonna be getting any awards out of him when it comes to blocking attacks. Okay. Yeah, that's new. Are they playing attack? I don't see a fucking thing anywhere. Dude, oh my god, I hate grabs. I don't understand why I can never fucking. Oh, I mean I do. It's a from soft game. Don't fucking die. Alright. I'm not fighting him. Have fun with that shit. I'm getting level 2. Now my tongue's burning a little bit. Nice. 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 Thanks, Dick. Not gonna go this way. Oh, good night. Yes. Alright, let's go. I like that. I really like those. That part coming out with who's that? I don't know if that's like supposed to be our hair or what. Nice. Nice. Help out my allies a little bit. Okay. I'll wait to do the objective today too. I didn't know there was a whole ass fucking lost city that could just spawn. A little interesting. Go there. What's up? Hitting the U.S. states recently or anything like that? No? Okay. The irony is not lost on me that somebody with the name of Katrina would be playing as the Necromancer in this game. Probably not intentional, but the irony is not lost on me either way. Hey, that's button. I missed. Ow. Nice, light bolt. Unless you got some FP restoration, you don't need to lightning bolt every path you come across. Just because they carry malaria or whatever the fuck they carry doesn't mean you have to kill every single one of them. They're not wasps. I was just like right there. But that's really cool that they had oh. Let's fight. Let's tussle. Is this recluse really fighting a black knight? Something bad's happening, isn't it? Oh wait. No, this fortress might be Nope, nope, something bad's happening. What's that? I don't know what the fuck that was, but... What's going on? It's like big perfumer. I don't know what that was because it... Goddamn game. I surge sprinted and went away. I don't even know what that was. I know there's a special ability that you do it with market or whatever fucking spawns, you have to fight them, but I don't know what that was. I'm gonna assume poison resistance. What else would it be? Giant poisonous moth. I thought that's what it looked like too. I'm like, that looks like the moth, like powder from the sentient pest. But then I'm like, no, there's no way that it would be that because that's like really stupid to do for putting the sentient pest as like a regular enemy. Well, I guess fuck me. Yeah, I'm definitely going to. I never usually get to level 8 at this point. I hope you guys know what we're looking for, because I barely do. Oh, that's why I've never been able to find these, because they can be hidden. Good eye, are you Bruce? Man, it is just a shame that all these are shit for me. Where to now, gang? How many stone sword keys do you have? Woman? Oh, we can use. Oh yeah, we can use. If I can get to level 15 for Night Lord, that might just be enough to save me from any stupid shit. Slayer in my previous life, but I like how I got into that one of my teammates about killing every single bat that we come across. And I'm like, hey, I'm a bat slayer, buddy. Call me Bane, I break backs. What the fuck? A towel. Yeah, that's definitely fair. That is like the most fair thing I've ever seen. Oh, that's why. Oh, yeah. Why did this be Well,
You know, it's really hard when I've been playing randos work there. Because sometimes randos will just be like, yeah, I'll do my own thing. Like, thanks. That's why I think that particular thing is better for multiplayer, like regular.
where are you? Oh wait, there isn't a castle in the center. So this replaces the castle. How many times does it do that? Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay, so that's what those lines are. I was always wondering what those like lines were. I'm pretty sure that's whenever you look at the spirit tree and then you fly on the hawk. Yep, that's exactly what that is. There's a... Oh, behind me. How far? No. Now that's sick though. That there could just be a regular castle before that. That's sick. Madness goes. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, where's a fucking madness weapon? You are balls. Oh, of course. I see. Because there's another dragon that does that, but it does it on the other side. Brother! You cannot just fucking do that shit. And see, that's something that's actually a problem. What happens in that? Oh my god, sometimes when your enemy just wants to change aggro, it will just snap. It will just like, hey, it snaps. You know what'd be great? Not having a fire problem. Ooh. I almost hit the dragon. Of course I still hit it. God, dragons suck. They all fucking insane. I thought they all did. Race. Let's level up and let's head. What's that? Now I know why they're playing your revenue. There's this joke in the Nightreign community, and it's so fucking boring of a joke. It's not even a joke, but people see Revenant and they're like, short little character, and then they'll give her a giant ass weapon like the giant crusher and be like, ha ha, small girl, big weapon. It's not funny, dude. Just because you said something that's obvious doesn't mean it's funny. Small girl, big weapon. Like, do you not know English or something? Is it your 7th language or something like that? Why you gotta say it like that in the first place? And then second off, it's not even funny. It's just a small character with a big thing. Have you ever seen a short person in real life? They could do that too. It's a pretty crazy concept, and it's actually not that new. But if that's not the reason why they're playing it, they just ended up being a silly spear. But they did entirely for the entirely for that. God, that recluse just went in though, didn't she? Now we know where I'm supposed to go because they keep attacking wherever she was. Not gonna lie though, I kinda wish the game didn't have a storm feature so I don't have to explore this place because this looks sick. She's just fucking slaying ass over there. Oh, okay, thank you. Where to go? I actually don't know where to go from here. I'm going to assume that they do, though. Like I said, if I don't get it this time, no biggie. No biggie smalls on my part. I can't believe that just duplicated more than my sword. Great sword. I didn't know this was. That's sick. That's sick. That's actually sick. I don't know where you're going. Nah. No. That's it. don't need her swords. Oh, I was about to say, is that auger? Came up right on top. Okay, yeah, I seriously don't understand what he's getting. It just doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. I mean, at least that one I understand. And I can't believe I thought of that. We ball. Getting out of here is gonna be a problem now. I would say, like, you know, I'm the damage dealer here, but let's be fucking real. They've been doing all the damage. Ah, thank you guys so much for the Let's see boost like that. Like, at least I know. Nice timing. Leave me alone. Intervene, bitch. Leave me alone.
Well, about to fight this guy. Never fought him before. Not even in the field, which he can't appear in.
Do I have any regular items for cleaning up wood? No. Do that. This. Extra exalted flesh with some good ass shit.
Alright. Let's fucking get this. First time! Are these people just here to help people out for the first time? Because, you did it for the, first time too, Gray. You're still watching. Told me that earlier. MP restoration from first attacks. Dex up +3. Not bad. Crystal darts in possession at the start of the expedition. Not too bad. I mean, you get 8 of those. That's like at least aggro fodder. Improved poise near totem still though.
Maybe that's why the Raider was doing Totem Stone a lot, because... Oh my god. Because, there's this, and I think there's also Restore HP when near one. So maybe he had one or both of those. Max FP permanently increased after releasing the Sorcerer's Rise mechanism? See, I don't know how much that is, so I don't know how useful anything that is. But knowing FromSoft and how they balance their Souls-like games, it's probably like 2 FP that you probably get out of it. Wow, they followed up attack, yep. Throwing pot damage improved, and fundamental disintegration improved. Now this. Huge rune discount for shop purchases while on expedition. Sick. Gesture crossed legs. Builds up madness. Madness continually recovers FP. What? So you're like... What? It's like a self-detrimental build. Hold on. I don't have cross-leg. Is that only something you can do when you have a thing? What color is it? Red. Of course it's red. Never get one for blue. Do you? Okay. Yeah, you don't. Never get one for blue except for, like, this one. But... That's sick. That's really sick. So does that give you... No. So then where's that fucking gesture at? Like, did I just miss it? It's ringing by my sword, my thanks, bow. A rallying cry, non-thought, trying delight, jump for joy, bravo, casual green, beckon, wave, wait, point down with my look. Yeah. Fucking cheating ass game. You're giving... He said, give you a gesture, and it builds up madness. I'm like, I can't even test it out. Because I don't fucking have it. Or is it being stupid because I'm in the hub and I can't fight here? Nope, I don't have it. Well, that's really cool that there's only one use for this. There's only one use for this little thing that you have to get for killing a Night Lord. It's really cool. Increase masculine HP. Flask also heals allies. Items per effective. Nearby allies. Yeah, it's like this all. And I did it, too. I did the remembrance. That's why I went there for. So yeah, let's go.
My heartfelt commendations. By thy look, I presume thou hast found one. It shan't be long now.
Oh,
It shan't be long now.
thank you, you beautiful... I was gonna say black mage, but technically she's not strictly a black mage.
You are always welcome. Make sure you're ready.
Who sits at a table this far away from them unless they're about to get up? Come on. You don't even have anything in front of you. Sorry, I have an addiction to breaking things by running into them. It's really fun. So... I'm gonna just like take a guess before I look it up. Bestow branches to those who are worthy and wise. Is this bestow branches to those who wander and okay. If it, I was wondering if maybe it was like bewitching branches. Maybe there's a puzzle there, but it doesn't seem like it. Hey, look, it's the Executor. Okay. At the comingly of the clouds? Sorry, is that a typo? Because what is comingly of the clouds? What are you what? If it's meant to say that he's staring like at the clouds, like he's looking at the clouds that are to come. You know, maybe don't put the word comingly in there because that sounds weird. And nobody's ever heard of it. This isn't the 1600s, man. Yeah.
I see you have procured your prize. Excellent. I would do anything if it means we might save her. Blame me for putting you in this position if you will, but I leave her fate in your hands.
Okay. Well, that's sick. I got a larval tier. What am I gonna get out of this? Am I gonna get anything out of this membranes? Is that what? Is that skin? Oh, yeah. Really? Really? Hold on. Really? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know game design is hard. I know making a whole bunch of models is tough. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of money that they don't get paid. It's bad. You need to do more than to put a tiny little button on the character to classify it as a different skin. Like, I can't see it. I can barely see it. Like, if it wasn't literally like gold or bronze or brass color or whatever it is, I wouldn't be able to see it. What the fuck is that noise? Is that thunder? Is that thunder I hear? Goddamn, that's a rumbling one if it is. But yeah, you cannot do just that. Like, come on. Like, is that really the only change? Like, that's not torn at the bottom of his waistcoat. Sleeves are fine. Glove is brown. I feel like utter waste of memory. Sure, I'll wear it, but I'm gonna tell people that the next time I play as Wilder, I'm gonna wear this skin, and I'm gonna forget that this skin is actually different than the one I was wearing before. But I'm gonna tell people, yeah, I got a new skin for Wilder. It looks really sick. I'm gonna play it next time.
I cannot help but think. We were an odd lot, weren't we? Thrown together by forces beyond our control, with no choice but to accept our duty to fight. You, for one, were up to the task, and for that, you have my deepest gratitude. Eventually, there will be a time to celebrate, when our work is complete. For now, let us bury this devourer of worlds.
So, here's the thing, right? This is apparently the last boss. At least from what I've been told. Shifting earth, rotted woods. Fuck that. But, so, I don't even really know the lore of this game. And I'm at the final boss, basically, of it. At the moment, anyways. Because they might add more to this game. No, they're definitely going to add more to this game. And they might add more boss fights, and there might be like an actual final boss at some point or something. The night aspect fight is hard, but it's not like super final boss worthy. I would say the only thing that makes it like final boss worthy by name alone is the fact that when it enters its second phase, it literally becomes a one-shot. Like, I describe bosses as complete pushover or total one-shot in Elden Ring a lot, but I mean literal one-shot. I remember when Gray and I were fighting him for the first time after unlocking him, and we both were pretty strong at the time. I think we were like level 12 when we fought him, so we were doing alright. And then he enters the second phase. We were doing pretty well on the first one,
And we're like, yeah, that's definitely not it because it does a little fake out to you. And it wasn't it. And then whenever he attacked us, it was immediate death. So, yeah, that's just fun. I love when bosses are input readers and insta-kills. Just total insta-kills. It doesn't matter what level you are, how high your HP is. That's just the most fun thing about a boss fight. So, I still have a lot of these chips left. However, let's see, how far into the stream? Nearly 3 hours into the stream, and I barely had any pain. My milk is room temperature, and it doesn't taste that great. It's also partly expired from the taste of it, so I think I'm gonna do a little something. I'm just gonna eat some more chips right now. I'm gonna eat more than one at a time. Because now I know I can handle it a little bit. And before I collapse on the ground having a fucking stroke or something because of how hot these are. You know, I might as well do a little food review of these little Pringles while I'm sitting here deciding if I want to do another expedition or do another break. So these Pringles, they're Pringles. They crunch. They're curved. They are Pringles. Their taste, you know, have a particular taste because, you know, when you get hot enough with hot sauces, ooh, the tip of my tongue is really lighting up right now. Ooh, like more so than the rest of my tongue, but also more so than it was before. Let's see, I'm gonna take another bite from one. Gotta get it fresh in my head because it really doesn't taste like anything, it just tastes like heat. I'm not sure if this is the flavor of the powder coming through, but it kind of has a sour cream and onion taste to it. So in a way, I guess I did get sour cream and onion. This one's just sour cream and painful onion. And also, I was looking it up. There's apparently more flavors for the hot ones, Pringles. And, oh. And, ooh, wow. That milk is not really doing that much anymore. Probably because it's warm. But, from what I've seen online, the different ones will have the Pringles man's eyebrows and eyes, like, closed and tucked in if it's really hot. This one's not like that. He's got his eyebrows raised, but I think he's always like that in his new design. Maybe. I haven't seen the new design well enough to actually, like, know it for sure. Also, can we talk about that for a sec while we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs, watching me die live on stream? Can we talk about that? The simplification of company logos? That's so stupid. I get it on one aspect. If it was a new company, I would understand it. But even a new company, I would be like, put a little more effort into it. There was this university, I don't remember which university it was, but it's been around for like hundreds of years or so. And they had a really, really cool logo. But the problem with their logo was since it was made in the 1700s or whatever, the name of the school was actually around like the ring, like on the edge of the logo, because it was a circle. It was around the edge of the logo, kind of like the year on like a quarter or something would be on the bottom of the coin. So they changed it to put that logo in the background and lower the opacity of it, but they put the name of the school in the forefront, and they kind of made it look nice. It was like, it wasn't even an oversimplification. It was actually more complicated than the original, because it added the original and then more. And then they just changed their logo again, and it's just words going upwards, like a Japanese scroll or something like that. It's just words going vertical. It's like, you're a university. Don't you have people that are learning art or something? But jeez. And then the Pringles man. What was wrong with the Pringles man? Was his mustache too high quality for the factory to keep printing it at fucking 5 cents per package? So you had to knock it down to 1 cent per package? Gross. It's all gross, man. I hate corporations. Every single one of them. Some of them are good, but I still don't like them because they have to follow what some big corporations either say or do sometimes, just because they're either owned by them or they're competing against them, and they think that it's a good idea to either follow along with what their enemy is doing, or if their enemy is doing a really good thing, then they'll go the opposite direction. Fuck up. Fuck corporations. Alright. I'm gonna look over here real quick. Now it's starting to kick in a little bit. Now that I've had more than just one at a time, it's starting to kick in a little bit. I didn't want to start by doing like 2 or 3 at a time, because I obviously didn't know how high it was. But this ain't bad. This is really not a bad Pringle. One thing I will say is, I used to think water was the thing you drank, because everyone was always up in the air. Is it water or is it milk that quells the... Why did I make the same mistake I made before I fought that Lightning Lord? It was either water or milk. Which one's better? Which one quells the heat? And I think it just depends on how hot it is. If it's not too hot, maybe water can quell it, although it still does activate the capsaicins, so it's not foolproof. It just might quell it a little bit, because it's still gonna basically just reactivate it and make it worse. Milk seems to work on every spice. Milk, ice cream, cold stuff like that, tends to work on every spice. What a weird stream. You know, doing a fairy tale opening tier list and eating hot Pringles, playing Elden Ring Nightreign, hating OBS. Well, I mean, that's actually normal. However, I will say the only reason why I hated OBS this time was because it's streaming, and I never have good luck with OBS and streaming. There is something about it. Even whenever I double check that things are working right, it won't. I don't know why audio wasn't working at the beginning of the stream, but I just decided not to. I mean, it's not like I changed anything or anything like that. I had to change a setting that I never even touched before to be able to get it to work.
What is it? I will do my...
What does our formless master say? I still don't understand what that means either.
This message is for you. You will hear it often. Seekers of redemption. On the third night, this land will fall.
band together and prepare to claim the life of the Night Lord. That is all. Speak as you... When you first awoke, I did not believe you had any recollection of this round table. But we have fought together countless times. Do not be afraid. Remember well that above all else, we are allies. It is good to have you once again.
Hold on. Hold on. I don't understand it. The lore of this particular game just doesn't make sense to me. So, in these remembrance quests that you start, you can read this journal. And, you know, the more expeditions you do, the more chapters that get added. And then certain chapters allow you to do their remembrance and then get a reward out of it. Well, I have read at least The Wilder and a few others. I think I read Recluse because I only have one page on her. And I read Iron Eye and Executor. And Duchess because those are the only ones I've really done a lot with. I just don't understand it. These are character specifics, like lore things. The silver tear he grabs gently throbbed. Ugh. The Wilder discovered a familiar brooch by his belongings. Huh. I don't know why they throb. It's gross. See, I don't know the lore of this game. It just doesn't make sense to me. What the fuck is the Knight? What is a Night Lord? Where did they come from? Where did they go? Where did they come from, God Nitro? Like, why is Elden Ring's world? Why is Limgrave the only thing left? No. And what is Limveld? Where's the Knight? Where was the Knight previously? Why is it here now? I guess the Knight being the Devourer of Worlds explains why Dark Souls bosses would be in here, because maybe their worlds got devoured, and then they were like, yeah, well, probably best to go into that game's world because, you know, at least there we might actually fit in a little bit. I like to imagine that their choices were Elden Ring. Their choices were either Elden Ring, Lies of P, or like, I don't know, fucking Neverland. Let's see. There's like nothing to explore else around here too. If there was like secret stuff, that would be kind of cool. Like just around the hub, but like look at this. I wonder if this is just an obstacle course to kind of get you used to climbing, because it doesn't serve a purpose. You can go up here. You can jump on nothing and jump on something at the same time. See, like, it wouldn't let me go. What if I found a secret, like, right there? That would be funny as fuck. Wait. Okay, I thought that corner was, not part of the arena. Yeah, see, there's stuff like this that just don't make sense if you're not gonna put something there. And I feel like they should. So. Yeah. Else's costumes either. Like, and then there's this door here. And here you can sleep, and it gets rid of whatever, what is it called? Like environmental event that's going on right now. Which I used to think that meant that it just passed to the next event. However, it doesn't. I think it just ends, whatever current one is going on. And for a while I kept getting the volcano one, the shifting earth, so I'm like, wow, is there like anything else in this game? That would be really cool if there was. Wait. I saw myself climb up that branch, and the Executor is looking up here. Oh, fuck. They didn't plan that. Yeah, I guess we'll do another expedition.
real quick. Yo. Want to ask you something? No. Oh, this art gauge greatly fills when ability is active. Arcane +3, ultimate art gauge +3. See, I would prefer. Well, I guess this one already has the follow-up attacks stuff, but yeah, I guess that's fine. Arcane +3 is a little weird to put on a Wilder, though. I'm not gonna lie. But it's whatever, I guess. It will do. We'll try that. Gauge feels greatly when ability is active. I don't know what that means exactly, because I feel like I tested it out and it just doesn't do what it says. Okay, so she fell by like a sliver there. Okay. I was just like blind. And it gives me a reason to do that more. Yeah, let's go. Let's take on. See, here's the thing. If I'm going to take on Sentient Pest, I would really want fire. But I don't want to use Wilder. However, it depends on who is going to be there, I guess. Like, if I'm going to have another Recluse and Revenant, then it's going to be a pain in the ass. But if I'm not, then I would probably rather just go with another character. So, I guess before I make that decision on character switch or not, and before I accept that and go into the expedition, I'm going to go take a bathroom break real quick. So, I'll see y'all in a sec.
back. I think I decided. I'm going to stop streaming. It's been 3 hours. It's been a good run. Well, except for the first one. And partly on the second one. Second one was kind of ass a little bit. And I just... I didn't feel good after spending 20 minutes having to fix my audio. But we did have some good runs here. We did see a lot of the game. And we even got a fairy tale tier list in. I did not finish even half of this. And by the way, all those chips that I ate while coming back from that expedition, that's already subsided, and that was like 3 chips worth. So my tolerance for this is pretty strong. So I'm gonna, well, I say pretty strong. The first chip fucking knocked me out in terms of expectations. However, I'll bring this back. Maybe not tomorrow, but probably Wednesday, and I'll try and spice it up a little bit. Pun intended. That time. So yeah, I'm gonna bring this back on Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. But if not on Wednesday, I'll try and find another time when I'm off on like 3 days in a row or something. And I'll spice it up. Maybe I'll put hot sauce on the chips. No, I'm not gonna do that. That sounds like a bad idea. But we'll find a way to intrigue it. So let's do something. Let's just beat the shit out of the test dummy while I talk, because I do want to talk for a little bit. I think that games as are kind of going under. Now, what do I mean by that? I think that I'm getting my ass kicked by a thing that's gonna do no damage to kill me. But so, here's what I mean, right? Every game nowadays is going to start being around 80, 90 bucks. The problem with that is that people's wages are not increasing. So how are you going to justify spending 80 to 90 bucks on something if you can't even afford that for like your basic bills or your groceries or anything like that? I think gaming is heading in a direction where it could very easily just die suddenly. And I do mean suddenly, because it's not even just the game prices. There's other things like, ever since 2019, it seems like, when KH3 was about to come out, I feel like that was the game that kind of kickstarted this whole dumbass trend, but whenever KH3 was coming out, it got leaked. And I feel like ever since then, games have just been leaked. Like, do people not have a fucking shred of decency in the world anymore? These game developers are trying to make a goddamn game, and then here you are, the dumb stupid person who comes in and leaks games. You're leaking games. No. Let them do their hard work. Let them sell it. Let the developers get fucking paid. I hate that shit. And then, not only just leaking games, but then you got people who are fucking scalping PS5s whenever those were coming out. And then scalping the RTX cards whenever those were coming out. That shit right there is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, these things are already like 500, 600 bucks even, maybe. And then you're gonna scalp them for, I've seen some go up to like 2,000. And I'm like, how are you gonna justify selling a stupid little fucking card of computer electronics? And the only thing that makes it better is not only because it's stronger as like overall, but because it can make light bend a little bit better. You're gonna justify spending or trying to sell people that for $2,000? You're out of your mind. I know these people don't give a fuck about the customers and the gaming industry as a whole, but there's so much problems with the actual industry and the practice around it itself that is becoming actually concerning for anyone who really likes video games as a medium. I just don't know I don't know how to fix it though. That's the thing. I wish I did, but all I can do is sit here and talk to people and be like, yeah, ain't that fucked up?
I don't have power though. Stop Killing Games, the movement, has gotten up to 1.3 trillion. Trillion? God, I wish it did. But it got up to 1.3 million votes. And if you don't know what Stop Killing Games is, it's, well, if you don't, then thank you for being so out of touch that you learned from me. But if you don't know what it is, it's a movement where, you know, you see a live service game, or you see a game that's not live service, but it's still, technically online. And then the developer, for some reason or another, maybe it's because the game just isn't doing all that well anymore as it was whenever it was at launch, or maybe they just don't give a fuck about their customers. But they will shut it down and then maybe even sometimes like Ubisoft, take it out of your library even after you paid for it. Do they give you even your money back afterwards? No, of course they don't. Because they're a corporation, they can get away with that shit. And that's another reason why I hate all corporations. They can do that. And it seems like all of them can do that and just get away with it. Isn't that the most annoying thing in the world? You worked hard for your money, and then you're like, no, I'm gonna buy this game. Oh, bills, I got a lot of bills to pay. No. Yes, fuck it, I'll buy this game. And then what happens? The fucking game goes offline. Ain't that cool? You spent 90 bucks. Hell, if Ubisoft did this to Assassin's Creed, if you bought every single Assassin's Creed through the Animus Pack, and they did this to every single Assassin's Creed game, you would be out over $200 from video games alone. And they think that's justifiable? Shut the fuck up. Eat my dick. That is not good business practice in the slightest. Even if the game is dead, you should not just take it away forever. It's not like people don't want to play it. It's that people might be too busy to play video games at the moment. Or maybe they're just not into playing that particular game at the moment. You know, whenever a game comes out and people are really hyped about it, people are going to play it like a motherfucker whenever it drops. They're going to be spending hours upon hours upon hours on it. If it's like an MMO or an FPS game, one of those kinds of things where you can just like build up your character and go on multiple quests and it's like an endless adventure, then yeah, you're going to put hours into that. But at some point, you get bored of it because you're not a fucking automaton. You're a human who has emotions, and you're like, yeah, no, I don't think I'm ready for this. And then a company comes along, and they say, yeah, well, that's ours, so you don't have it anymore because we don't want to have it up. Excuse you? I paid 80 bucks for this. And they don't even compensate you for it. But then again, I guess if they compensated you for it, then they wouldn't be a company. They'd be a friend. And you don't want those. According to Konami, Ubisoft, Microsoft, Roblox, Sony, EA, Bethesda, Activision Blizzard, all those companies. You don't need friends. What do you mean? And you know what's even worse? Whenever they do that to a single player only game, they make it a live service game and it's a single player only game. Ain't that the dumbest shit ever? Like, why is it a live service game if it's single player only? Eesh. I don't really know how to continue off after that, but I feel like it just needs to be said that if gamers want their games to be good, we're going to have to really fight for our rights, like really strongly. And no more is that clear than nowadays. And then you got people like Pirate Software, loser as he is, going around running out of mana as he's explaining stop killing games to people in a horrible way as he's purposefully misrepresenting it so that way his industrial plant little ass can, I don't know, maybe get like a fucking payout from Bethesda. I mean, not Bethesda, Blizzard. Shitty company, shitty morals, who cares? But yeah, I do 100% think that gamers are going to have to start standing up and fighting for our rights, and we can't accept this bullshit anymore. Like this game, for example. This is a good game.
I will admit, it's a very good game. I would say at least 93% of this game, very solid, very fun to play, very usable. However, the parts that aren't are really bad at the time. Like the lock-on thing, where the lock-on just doesn't properly swap. Like, I'm doing this now, which is nice. But also, like I said, these guys are right next to each other. Let's get this guy off my ass real quick, so I can show you a little bit better. Wait, I can target those? No. No, surely not. Why would I be able to target those? I can't kill them. Wait. Why can't I kill these birds? They didn't do anything to me. They actually helped me out. Like, every time you go into an expedition, these are the guys to come after you and, like, you know, get you there. Why am I killing them? Hold on, I want to see this. I want to see this. I'm getting iron-eyed. I'm gonna kill these guys. I'm gonna kill all of them and see what happens. If anything. You know what? Fuck what I was talking about before. This is more interesting. I don't know if all those... Ah, yes. Very good archer. I have an idea. Oh my god. This is so stupid. So you could just kill these guys for no reason? It's a little fucked up. Alright, well, now that I just slaughtered some innocent eagles for no reason and then got something I actually wanted to talk about while I was like mid-expedition, but I was kind of focused on other things and I had a bad first game, so I kind of forgot about it. I'm gonna end stream now. So, I'll continue this, like I said, either Wednesday or sometime soon. And I'll add a nice little twist onto it. Alright? I'll see you guys in the next one.